Hello, you little YouTubers. This is your friend, Velma Hagar. Here's looking at you, kid. Look at my little cup with the birds. I love it. I have hot tea in here today because it's kind of bolstery and cold out there. Now, the first thing I want to say is, would you subscribe, please? Reach right down there at the bottom and hit subscribe. I'm almost there, you guys. I'm almost to 1,000. I've been struggling. Help me get there, okay? Now, I want to talk about something kind of serious again today because we are in serious times. We just are. God says in the end times that things will be very troubled, and they really are troubled. There's a flood of filthiness flowing across our country, as if someone has come in and just let loose with all the trash. And you know what? If you don't stand for something, you'll get caught up in it. It will pull you under. It'll suck you under. You cannot stand on both sides anymore. There's no gray left anymore, guys. There's no gray left. It's all black or white. It's evil or it's good. There's no gray area. You have got to stand for something. Don't think for 1 minute, well, I don't think it's right to choose sides. You've got to choose sides. You have got to, because if you don't, it's going to suck you under. You know what's taken? It's perversion. It's lying. It's drugs and what's that word I want to use? It's when you're addiction. It's addiction, and it's an apathy. Apathy, it's right in there. Apathy means not to pay attention to things, to just be, let's sweep it under the rug. Look, if you sweep it under the rug, it's still there. It's not gone anywhere. It's still there. So stop sweeping things under the rug and start admitting what you see. And, don't just stick with one party because, and I'm talking about politics now, because you always were a Democrat or a Republican. Don't do that just because your mother and dad were. Look at what you're voting for and who you're voting for. It's our only hope. Anything we can do. No, our hope is in God. But I mean, as far as what we can do, we have to try to vote evil out. And there's so much lies, you guys. Everything is fraudulent and lying, and we can't trust anybody. That's the enemy's way. The enemy is a father of lies. He is the father of lies. And you see so many people, you can't trust what they say anymore. So take a stand, you guys. Take a stand for good. Our youth, I am just grieving for our youth. I'm 80 years old. I'm going to be out of here. What do I care, right? But I still care. I care because these poor kids, they've grown up in a godless society. And all of us, including myself, we have sat here, let them remove prayer from schools, let them teach them. And let me tell you something, you guys. Male or female, period. If you're born male, you're not a female, okay? I could say that I'm a stalk of corn, but I'm not. I'm born a female. That is a bunch of bull. Don't let them do that. Don't let them tell you that you can be a woman if you want when you were born a man. These poor kids are so confused. The confusion is awful with these kids. And do you know that suicide, they're all depressed. They're all on antidepressants. We've got to pray for our kids, and we've got to show them a better way. We've sat back and let this happen to our country. We have got to take a stand. Take a stand. No gray area, guys. None of this, well, just be nice. If they want to be a girl, let them be a girl. No, don't do that. It adds to their confusion. We have to be the ones to tell these kids what's right and what's wrong, okay? Now, there's probably going to be persecution in our country where right is going to be, it's already being persecuted. It really is. It really is. The right is being persecuted and wrong is being applauded. Laziness is being rewarded, and slothfulness is being rewarded. And it's just, the word says that they'll call good evil and evil good, and they are doing it, you guys. No gray area. Take a stand. Take a stand for good. You hear me? This is real important. Real important. Look at me. I just am so passionate about this and so passionate about our kids today. I see them and talk about kids that are apathetic. They don't want to even hear anything negative. They don't want to know anything. They don't want to hear anything. They just love everybody. Doesn't matter if you don't get yourself cleaned up. Doesn't matter if you don't want to work, don't work. I mean, they're just so apathetic. And we've let them be that way. We've taught them that. I have such a heart for these kids right now. I really do, for the youth. All right, you guys, take a stand for what you know to be right. And buy my book. My book is wonderful. That's one of the good things. And let me just say this. When the enemy comes in like a flood, God will raise up a standard against it. I do want to leave you with that encouraging word. And the enemy has come in like a flood. I mean, his filthy flood is everywhere you look. And that means God's going to raise up a standard against it. So you watch for God's standard to be raised up and be on the side with God, or you'll get swept away with that evil, because he's going to come in and do something about it. I guarantee you. Be encouraged. God isn't going to allow this to happen. Stay on the right side so you don't get swept away with all that evil. All right, you guys, buy my book, Hidden Treasures in Secret Places and Hidden Treasures in Dark Places. And they are both, one is as good as the other. And buy them. And be sure and subscribe. And send this video to someone, will you? I'm almost there. Okay, you guys, until next time. This is your friend, Velma Hagar, bidding you a blessed day and telling you, get out of the gray area because it ain't there anymore. Bye.